Hello, thank you for tuning in to this section of reads. This should be on YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. If you're seeing it anywhere else, it's not the right place. It should be on James 13 Wicca on YouTube. The info on the dice and the cards I'm using is going to be below. Also, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And without further delay, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Scorpio? I feel like there's some type of confusing energy here. Something is confusing here. The other situation, it could be a person. They seem to be confused about something. What is it doing here? Is it letting, no, it's something different. There's been some type of communication here. It feels, I keep seeing, is that a feather? No, it's not a feather, but I keep feeling like it's been not a very intense communication. The truth has been there, but it's not been super intense, which is the Emperor. The Emperor is usually quite bold, so I'm just kind of surprised that that's how that's coming in. This is an energy that's trying to see what you're about. They don't know what to make of you. You're a mystery to them, and they're not super confident with that. This is an energy that likes the truth and likes to know everything that's in front of them. They can't seem to get a lock on what you're about. So this energy is a little bit elusive. This energy can be very strategic. So I feel like maybe it's been a little bit different because it doesn't know what to make of you. And it's kind of waiting for you to show more of what you want or who you are. Could be a business situation, could be a romance situation, whatever works. But I feel like for a lot of you, this is some type of political movement. So it's more than likely a business type of situation. It doesn't have to be, but however it fits in your life. Communication, I feel like it needs an upgrade. If there's going to be a possibility here, I do feel like communication needs an upgrade. I feel like that's what this is kind of saying. If communication gets an upgrade, there's a possibility here. Currently, there's nothing happening. You have the Page of Fire reversed and also the Temperance card reversed. These are fire energies, but when they're reversed, they're not really expanding. They're not really doing much. It's kind of like a pilot light. It's barely there, and I suppose something could happen, but currently nothing is catching fire. The Two of Swords is definitely a block card. That's the base meaning of it. And then the Eight of Cups is kind of like a moving on energy. The question is, do you want this to move on or not? Do you know what you want from this? Do you know what you want from this? Maybe that's part of this. Maybe you don't know what you want from it. You don't know what to make of that either. I feel like you've been avoiding it. You have not been, digging into the mystery that much. Just a little bit, but not enough is what I'm getting. And there's a lot of emotional conflict here, but I don't think there's really like conflict between you and whoever this is, be it business, pleasure, whatever it may be. But I feel like maybe you're just as unsure about them as they are about you. Because I keep getting like this business transaction thing where like they're not really sure if you're the right person for it, and you're not really sure if you want to deal with them either. So it's kind of like It could be romance, whatever fits for you. So if you're interested in somebody and they're not really showing enough interest back, they don't know what to make of you, is what I'm getting. And there's a problem here. Communication, no matter what category you're dealing with, we got to bring communication up if you're going to find out the truth here. If it's not worth it to you, then I guess there's no point. But I'm getting this is something you think about. It just keeps returning back in your thoughts. And you do have the power to create more of a conversation here if you want. This isn't the hardest thing for you to do, but there's a reason you're not. There's clearly a reason you're not. It's a general read, so that you know what that reason is what I'm getting. The question is, why does it keep popping up? Why does it keep showing up? Is this something you should solve for your own happiness? Or does it really not that much matter, and maybe it's just best to just literally throw it away? I feel like maybe you've tried to throw it away a couple times, but it keeps resurfacing. You may have tried to throw it away a couple times and it keeps resurfacing, is what I'm getting as well. All right, so what can we make of this? They want more. I keep getting they want more. There's a lot of value in this situation, but they're not seeing a reason. There's something, that guilt card, that's the thing with being an intuitive reader. I know it says guilt, but I feel like that's a little bit off for what this really is. They might be nervous and kind of like feeling like, I don't know, if I move forward the wrong way or if I try to get this going, I might be trying to create something that just looks like what I want it to be. You might not be interested. You might not be the person for this job. You might not be the person I think you are. You might not be really interested in this the way I need somebody to be interested in this. This is an energy that's very like, it's like if you were interviewing for a job, they don't want to tell you everything that they need because they're afraid that you're going to try to tell them whatever they need to hear and pretend like you link up, pretend like you match to get in there. They don't know you well enough to know the truth. And I feel like they've made bad decisions before, so they're like, I'm not really up for another bad decision. They may not trust their own judgment. It might be one of those things. All right, we keep coming back to this card. I don't think I've showed it yet, but we need to kind of solve it here. It's the Star card. Possibilities are here. Both sides seem to be a little shy on putting themselves out there. And because of that, nothing is happening. But there are great possibilities here. Whoever the person is listening to this reading, it gives you the advantage to know that. It also puts you in the power position to make a change. The way it's currently going, it doesn't seem like much is happening. And there's a possibility here. King of Cups. Great moment could come forward from this. Great moment could come out of this. Scorpio is a water energy. This is a water energy card. Thing is, whatever you're dealing with is also a water energy. It's the Page of Cups. These are compatible energies. These are comparable energies. These work well together. This energy will put forth the effort if it sees a reason to believe in it. This can be a very supportive, very good energy for the King of Cups. How do we get it to move forward? If it keeps going the way it's been going, I don't see anything happening. If it keeps going the way it's been going, I feel like it's not going to happen. Just waiting for it, thinking it'll just happen if it's meant to. I keep getting, I hate this, but I used to feel that way when I was younger, kind of like, well, if it's meant to happen, it'll just happen on its own. There's a lot of things in life that, you know, are elective. And if you kind of take that, well, if it happens, it don't attitude, it'll probably pass you by. It doesn't mean you couldn't have it. Doesn't mean you couldn't have had it. Doesn't mean it would not have been great. It could have been great and you could have had it, but you got to choose it. There's a lot of things in life that I feel like people miss that. You have to choose it. If you just kind of just wait to see what happens on its own, it's probably not going to be the best outcome you could have had. So it's up to you what's worth it here. You know what you want, and you can make it happen. It makes you uncomfortable, and I get that. If the situation is worth it, it does make you uncomfortable with the grief and the bittersweet energy. hold your boundaries, but create the conversation. Just because a conversation needs to be upgraded doesn't mean you have to break your boundaries. You know how far you could go and still feel safe. But creating more conversation, get things going, get things moving. There's more information, more energy you could put out there. Keeping your boundaries, that's this card, the Four of Pentacles. Keeping your boundaries, yet still pushing things forward, you can do that. You can create some situation here to where you can find out what this person is really like. Why is that there? There's something, this reading feels a little interesting to me. There's other things around this situation that may seem like they're for you, but they're not. This energy might have a connection to that. Without change, nothing's going to happen. The way it's been going, if it keeps going the way it's been going, that's what this is. If it keeps going the way it's been going, somebody has to change something here, or it's just going to keep going in circles, and what's the point? It's bothering me. It's like come on. Because I understand choosing yes or choosing no, but just kind of floating here in the middle and just wasting my time, just hanging out, but nothing happens, nothing good comes of anything. Technically nothing bad either, other than wasting your time. You can keep your boundaries and start moving things forward, and then your opportunity will show up. Whatever this is, I'm not saying it's fair, but like a little more effort on your side will change the whole landscape. This is one of those things where they're saying, if this is something you're considering and you want to know more, do the Scorpio thing, make things happen. Churn it up a little bit. You can still keep your boundaries and see what's going on here. If it's worth it to you. You have the ability to make this happen. There's no guarantee, but they're saying you could shake it up enough to at least get the situation to either move forward or move on. Because there's enlightenment here with this. The energy, I feel like they're saying, it's just kind of, it's like stagnant water. It's just sitting there. It's kind of like, let's either freshen it up and make something happen or get rid of it. I feel like that's what this reading is about. Like, let's freshen it up and make something happen, or let's get rid of it. Because it's taking up a place in your life. It's taking up real estate in your life. It's taking up, it's taking up space here that they're saying this isn't serving you. And they're saying, let's evaluate it. Let's search it out and either say, yes, value, apply it correctly is what I was going to, so I'll go with it. Apply it correctly, or kind of like, nope, not good enough, get rid of it. Gone. This situation is lingering, and it's just, I feel like it is dragging your energy down a little bit. And they're saying this isn't good for you or the situation. So I feel like that's what this reading is kind of pushing for that. Kind of like, this is doing something weird in your life. It's not creating value in a positive way. And I feel like they're trying to impress this situation in the sense of like, get some conversations going, get something talking here, get something happening so you can make a good decision, an educated decision. Yes, keep it, put it in. Nope, not good, bye. Because it's lingering, and they're like, this is causing disruption, this is bringing down your energy. And they're saying it's kind of like we need to do a spring cleaning, a freshening up, and like keep it or get rid of it. But the way it lingers is not good. All right, I'm gonna shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.